Today's tip is about finding purpose for your loved one. Hi, it's me, Linda Burhans, the gal who cares for the caregivers with love, laughter, and lessons learned. Today we're going to talk about purpose for your loved one, because you know everybody wants a purpose. Everybody wants to feel like they're needed. Everybody wants to feel like they have a purpose. So I'll give you an example. When I was caring for my mom would come over to my house. She'd say, "Linda, is there anything I can do to help you?" Because she always wanted to help me. And I would say to her, "Mom, there's some laundry in the basket there. If you'd like to fold it." She'd say, "I don't want to do that." Oh my goodness. She would ask me about an hour again, "Linda, is there something I can do to help you?" I'd say, "Mom, there's a couple of dishes in the kitchen sink. You could wash those up if you want to." "I don't want to do that." But I remember in the day my mom was a legal secretary. And that was a big deal to her. So one day I went to Staples and I bought 500 envelopes and I had 500 letters printed up and 500 phony labels. And I asked my mother, "Mom, if you could please stuff these envelopes for me and put the sticker on." Now, she wasn't really reading anymore. That would help me so much for my business. And it took her 5 nights of watching Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy to get them done. But when she handed that box of envelopes to me, she was so proud that she was able to help me. It was the best 20 bucks I ever spent. So you need to be creative. I had another caregiver that came to me and she said, "My mom just follows me around the house all day long. If she would just sit down for a little while, Linda, it would be so much better." I said, "Could I come meet your mom?" Well, I went to meet her mom. She was 93 years old. She was a teacher. So first we talked about all the rotten kids today, and then we talked about how teachers don't get paid enough money. But what we do now, every Monday morning, we give Mom a big piece of poster board and a bunch of magazines, and we tell her next week the teachers are going to teach the children about flowers. So we need you to cut all the flowers out of these magazines and glue it on the poster board, and there can't be any white spots. And it takes her 2 hours a day over the period of Monday through Friday to have it done. After a while, her daughters did start bringing it to the school. And no, you don't have to come up with a new idea, because especially if your loved one has dementia, you can do flowers every week, or you could do animals, or you could do food, whatever you want to do. But it made her feel a part. When her daughter brought the poster to the school, some of the kids wrote her thank you notes. There's another woman I know, she used to be a seamstress. So we give her a big jar with all different buttons in it and containers and ask her to sort the buttons. And sometimes she sorts them by size, and sometimes by color, and sometimes by shape. But every now and then she picks up that one button and she says to her daughter, "This is just like the button that I had on your communion dress." And then they sit down and they have a little conversation. We have another woman who is a banker. So her daughter gives her a big jar with coins in it every morning, and she spends the day rolling those coins. Her daughter tells her she takes them to the bank at night. And when her mother wakes up in the morning, they're dumped out again into that jar and she re-rolls them. But it makes her feel good. Another woman who is a secretary, they got a file cabinet. Just put a bunch of files in there and ask Mom to do the filing. When she goes to bed at night, they dump it all out and start again the next day. So everybody wants to feel wanted. Everybody wants to feel that they have a purpose. Everybody wants to feel like they're helping. So if you can't find a purpose, make up a purpose. Most of the times, the easiest way is to think of what they used to do when they were younger. A seamstress, a teacher, a banker, a legal secretary. So tune in next week for another tip brought to you by Arden Courts, where all they do is memory care, and have a delicious day.